You already know what it is, man. It's Mr. Brian Freeman, the host and creator of Cadillac Chronicles. I created this YouTube channel because I just wanted to give out all the game that I've been learning along this journey of building Cadillac Chronicles from scratch. You know what I'm saying? Just building myself, re. This is just gonna be a continuous flow. Like I really had to change myself and upgrade myself to be able to manifest different things in my life, you know what I'm saying, to make Cadillac Chronicles be so big and reach as many people as it does. I mean, it hasn't even been 2 years yet, and we got over 2.5 million followers across all platforms. We do a lot of crazy numbers. Was at BET, was all over the news, on TV, all type of stuff. But it doesn't even matter. I want to give the game about what I had to do to change my life for the better, improving myself, getting in shape. You know what I'm saying? The things that I had to change in my mind. All right? So today, we're going to be talking about why most people never reach their potential. So the reason that most people don't reach their potential is because, number one, they're comfortable with where they are right now. And when it comes to being comfortable, I feel like that's really a detriment to you. Because when you're comfortable, you don't have that sense of urgency. And for me, when I set a goal for myself, I always have a sense of urgency. Like, I gotta do it. I gotta get it. Let's do it right now. Like, that's what it is for me. And I feel like having that attitude, it makes you let go of the distractions. So for me to be like, I'll say this. When people bring me stuff, and so many people bring me so many things, with Cadillac Chronicles, it's just people pitch me artists, ideas, all type of stuff, right? And for me, if it's not a fuck yeah, then it's a hell no. So if it's not a fuck yeah, then I'm not even really trying to give it any of my attention, because I want to focus all of my attention on the things that are fuck yeah. All right? So being comfortable, it makes you just be okay with where you are right now. And I am super thankful for where I am right now, but I know that it's so much more to life to experience. And that's why we're on this earth right now, is to experience everything that God has created. The good and the bad. We have to experience it all. So I go to the gym twice a day, right? And when I go to Lifetime. Shout out to Lifetime. I love Lifetime. It's a great gym. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of motivation in there. It's very luxurious. It's very nice. You know what I'm saying? You want to catch a high vibration, you should go to Lifetime. All right? I go to Lifetime. I lift heavy over there. Get the abs done. You know what I'm saying? Then I go to CrossFit at night. And CrossFit, shout out to Team Octopus. That's where I go. CrossFit is like torture. You know what I'm saying? When you go to the gym, you are going there to make yourself uncomfortable, right? Because you know that even though you're going to be uncomfortable, you are going to get stronger. And you're going to get more brolic. You're going to look better. You're going to fit better in your clothes. You're going to get some abs, right? So that's the same thing with life. You have to become uncomfortable with your life so that you can upgrade. You have to upgrade your standards. And a lot of people, they just get too comfortable. And they just say it is 9 to 5. I've never had a job before. And I mean, the reason that I've never had a job is because when I grew up, like my dad, he had his own law firm. My grandfather, he had his own dental practice with my uncle. So when I was growing up, all the men in my life, they all had their own businesses. They didn't have bosses. Like when I went over there, like, oh, that's Mr. Freeman's son. Like, I'm boss junior. Like, that's just how I was raised. And I always figured out how to make money not having a job. So I just never had a job because So I take that back. I worked at Kroger for like 2 weeks, and I worked at this restaurant called Uncle Julio's maybe for 2 weeks. And the only times that I had those jobs was when I was super broke because I was running around the streets, you know what I'm saying, and stuff happened, and I was just broke, and I didn't know what to do. So I went to go work those jobs, but I never forget when I was at Kroger. They paid me. I got the check. It was $150 for like a week, and I'm thinking like, mind you, I done made a lot of money in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm like $150 for a week, even though this was probably 10, 15 years ago. Like $150 for a week. That would make sense. And working at that job, one of my friends had came to visit, and I had to go, like I was scheduled to go to work. And he was like, man, fuck that job. And I was like, you damn right, nigga, fuck that job. And I ain't never go back. And they just kept calling me, you know what I'm saying? But I just would not forget that $150 for a week. Like $150 for a week of somebody's time, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, nah, man, we ain't with that. It's not about, we can't be comfortable, bro. If we're going to live up to our potential, no being comfortable. You have to make yourself uncomfortable. I torture myself every day in the gym because I know that if I torture myself so crazy that whatever the world comes at me with, I'm going to be okay because I already tortured myself, bro. You're not going to make me fold. I done went through the craziest shit already. You feel me? And I'm cool with that. So another reason why people don't reach their potential is because they're super distracted. Like, I'll give you an example. So before Cadillac Chronicles even jumped off, I was really just figuring out what it is that I wanted to do in my life because I used to run around the streets and I would make music. I would make music, run around the streets. One foot in, one foot out. You can't do it like that. For anything that you really want to do in your life, you have to give it 100% of what you got. So I'm figuring out, I said, I'm not running around the streets anymore. It's over. I'm not doing that. I want to figure out something else, right? So I went to Brazil by myself. I didn't know anybody. I just went over there for a month. Just was working out, walking on the beach. I was recording a whole bunch of music, but I didn't have any distractions. Like the amount of peace that I had when I was over there was phenomenal. Like my thoughts were just so clear and crystal clear. And it's because distractions is when people are so overstimulated that it's like you can't even just focus. And everything is about focus. It's like a plant, right? Or like a plant. If you water the plant, it's going to grow. Imagine you have 100 plants, but you only have so much water, right? If you give 100 plants all of the water that you have, but you have a limited amount of water, they're not going to grow. You have to focus on one plant and give that everything that you have, and then it will grow. And then once it grows, and now it's a fully sustainable plant, you can move that plant outside and sustain it by itself. All right, now I'm about to water this plant. But you have to be completely focused. So let's work on being completely focused on whatever it is that you want to do. That's one of the super keys to success, is just being so focused. Like, being distracted is really like the devil, for real. Because I've had many phases in my life where I'm running around the streets, I'm getting money, but I'm super distracted. Like, yeah, I'm getting money, but I have so many vices that I'm not really elevating in life. It got boring living that life. I'm over here dealing with all of these women, drugs, drinking. I don't do any of that now. Like, I'm not saying that I'm never going to drink, I'm never going to smoke weed or whatever, but I don't, like, that's I don't really don't get into that now. Like I really don't even want to drink because it is not conducive to me having the best body. I'm in the best shape of my life, right? All that I do in my life right now is Cadillac Chronicles, go to the gym, and eat right. That's it. That's all that I want to do. And I focus on those three things. And I feel like financially, spiritually, physically, I'm in the best shape of my life so far. I have a song, it's called A Game. When I was in Brazil, I made like 40 songs, and they're all like positive affirmation songs. They should be on this channel somewhere. But yeah, man, I made a song, it's called A Game, and it's like you on your A game, removing all distractions and noise. It's like you have to be so focused. You have to remove all the distractions. People calling you like, yo, let's go do this. Let's go do this. Let's go do that. I got some girls. Let's go kick it with them. No. Like, people will reach out to me and say like, hey, I got this artist. You should ride around with them. Right? And I'm just giving you as an example. And somebody just did that. But I'm thinking to myself, like, I'd rather be lifting some weights or meditating, being real peaceful than ride around with this person. Because I value my peace. Because my peace, it allows me to really think about what it is that I want to do, how I need to execute. And that's the thing about having a job. It's like, when you have a job, right, you're working for somebody else. And jobs, I'm not saying jobs are inherently bad. Because if you need to get money, you don't know any other way to get money, get a job. But you got to know that this isn't it right here. Like, you're using this as a stepping stone to do what it is you do want to do. And you have to save and invest and have a plan, right? But having a job, it's like people will go to work all day, and then come home and be super tired and just sit down and not work on their lives. Like, you're giving all of your time and your attention to this job. It doesn't allow you the time to think. And it's so valuable and important to just think. Because when you think, you could come up with all of these different ideas. Like, it's an infinite amount of ideas in this world that God just blesses everybody with. But you have to be so peaceful and still to be able to download them, right? So, yeah, man, gotta remove all the distractions. Don't be comfortable. Gotta remove all the distractions. And then the last one that I'm gonna touch on is people won't reach their potential because they care about what other people think. And for me, I never really gave a fuck about what anybody thought. You know what I'm saying? I mean, maybe I did when I was younger, but now I really don't because, like, I'm my best friend. There's no separating me from me. Like, and if I like myself and I love myself and I take care of myself, I treat myself very well, I have high standards, right? That's all that really matters to me. Like, yes, I'm going to be cordial. I'm going to be nice to people. I love people. But if I truly believe in something, what this person thinks isn't really going to affect how I feel about this unless it benefits me. People will get so scared to hop off the porch because they're worried about what somebody else is going to think. And mind you, the person that they think is thinking about them is thinking about themselves. Because everybody's thinking about themselves, realistically. Because everybody's trying to get better at something. Right? So don't let other people's thoughts and what you think they're thinking about affect you and stop you from getting to wherever it is that you're trying to go. Because time is going to pass regardless. So you might as well just do what you need to do to get to where you want to go. It's that simple. All right? So it's Mr. Brian Freeman. You already know what it is. These are just my thoughts. I be rambling. It's all good. But I have a bunch of songs that are on this channel. They should be. I'm probably gonna add a whole bunch more. But these songs I use to brainwash myself. Like a lot of things that I said in these songs manifested in my life right now. You know what I'm saying? So if you want, you could use them. If you don't want to use them, don't use them. It don't really matter to me. You feel me? I'm just giving you some game. You know what I'm saying? Whoever's watching this, and whoever's watching this, I wish and pray that you have the utmost success in your life. You feel me? I just want to give out all of this game. I learned a lot, and I'm continuing to learn every single day. So that's why I'm going to make a video every day. It's good. I got y'all 10, 15 minutes. It's whatever. Let's get it. You feel me? This is the first one. Every video after this probably get better and better. You know what I'm saying? I hope you got value from this. You enjoyed it. You got some insight. You know what I'm saying? I just got back from the gym. I'm about to drink some water, and I'm going to eat my food before I go to sleep, because I got to get my sleep in. You dig what I'm saying? I'm going to holla at y'all later. Peace.